Welcome to this tutorial on how to add users to your OAKS class. OAKS allows you to have multiple user types or role types within your OAKS course. The ones you're most familiar with are instructor, which is normally your role, and student, which are obviously the students in your class. But there are multiple roles available to you. The instructional technologist role, for example, is what most of the TLT instructional technologists use to get into your course. You can add department chairs, other instructors, grading assistants who would be like a TA, someone who is actually going to grade things in your class, content assistants whose job is to help you create your OAKS class and manage discussions. You may be also familiar with your fake student, who is a student account that you can use to test your class. We have other less often used roles such as the pre-teacher, the incomplete student, which although it sounds bad, is really just how students gain access if they've received an incomplete in your course. Staff can be given access, and then you also have the supplemental instructor or the guest accounts. All of these roles can be requested in any OAKS class, and you do so by going to the OAKS homepage and in the OAKS request widget, choosing Request a special user be added to your OAKS course. When you click on this link, it takes you to this form where you're asked to fill out your information and select the role you wish to be added to your class. Most of the roles in OAKS require this form to be completed. However, there are some user types that you, the instructor, can add to your course by yourself. Those roles are department chair, content assistant, and one that isn't listed here, which is librarian. And that's how you can embed a librarian into your course to help your students with research or any other major projects that you're doing that require the library. So let's take a look at how you can add those yourself. So to add a user to your course, you're going to start off inside your OAKS course, and this has to be done in each OAKS class. From the Communication tab in your upper navigation, you're going to choose Class List. Now in this example, I'm going to add another student as a content assistant, and this content assistant is there just to help me build my OAKS course and maybe participate in discussion boards. To do this, I'm going to go to Add Participants, which is the large blue button in the upper left, and from there choose Add Existing Users. Now to find the student that I want, I'm just going to type their last name in the search for and click the magnifying glass here to trigger the search. Once I see the user here, then all I need to do is check the box next to their name, and under Role, choose the role I wish them to have. Now what you may notice is that you're not seeing the department chair in this list. That's because this tutorial is being created on our test server. When you do this on the regular OAKS server, you will see department chair as one of your roles. But in this case, I'm choosing a content assistant, so I'll pick content assistant. And then click the Enroll Selected Users button. Now I see that I have Joseph Randich in my class, and I can either add more participants by clicking the Add More Participants button, or I can click Done. And if I scroll down, you'll now see that I have Joey in my class, and he is a content assistant. Now it's important to note that your content assistant and I believe your librarians will display in your class list. And that means that when you send a full class email, those people will receive that email. Your department chair will not display in the class list. That role is meant for you to add that person into your course so that they can go in and look at the content that you have in there for course evaluation purposes. They do not want to receive every email that you send to your class, so as a result, they do not display in the class list. So if you've added your chair to this particular class, and then you go to your class list and think, oh, I don't see them, I must have done it wrong, you more than likely did not do it wrong. They're in there, you just can't see them. It's also important to note that if you add a student or a person in general, a user, into your course under the wrong role, let's say for instance I added Joey as a librarian accidentally and I needed him to be a content assistant, you cannot make those changes. You must email the help desk and ask for that role change to be made for you. You also cannot delete someone that you have added to your OAKS class list. You will also have to contact the help desk and ask for that user to be removed. When requesting that a role be changed or that a person be deleted from your class list that you've added in yourself, be sure to include their CFC ID and the CRN number for the course that you wish them to be removed from. And that is how you can add individual users to your class.